Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is the newspaper show with Hina Gambhir, and today's biggest news is what Prime Minister Modi announced last evening at 8 o'clock. The 20 lakh crore package to help the economy for 2020. And before we bring to you what's there on the front page of Times of India and the big headlines, I want to quickly read out that how this big headline is being reported across all the papers. So Times of India has said PM raises stimulus size to 10% of GDP. Navbharat Times is reporting this as the big headline as well. Aa raha hai special package mein lipta lockdown char. And on the other hand, the Economic Times has called it the Modi vaccine. 20 lakh crore plus big reform. So this is the top headline today in all the newspapers. And let's now get you the latest from the Times of India. What's there on the front page, the big news that's making headlines. So clearly it is that big package of 20 lakh crore rupees that's on the front page, and more details in fact have been given as well with the kind of messages that Prime Minister Modi also gave yesterday. It says will total 20 lakh crore goes vocal for local. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday said government would unveil a 20 lakh crore package to help nurse the economy back to health, also unleash a new set of reforms focused on land, labor and liquidity and legal frameworks that would power India's push for self-reliance. Reforms in land, labor, liquidity and laws are something that we can now expect. Prime Minister Modi said every Indian should be vocal for local. Today's global brands were once local too, but when people there started supporting them, they became global. That was Prime Minister Modi's message. Now, previous steps announced by RBI worked out to 3.2% of the GDP, while Prime Minister Garib Kalyan package announced on March 25th came to 0.8% of GDP. New measures will thus be around 6% of GDP, because this 10% of GDP that's being reported here is going to include what has already been announced by the government so far during coronavirus. And this is the breakup that Times of India has given on the front page only. The package to ensure reforms in land, labor, liquidity and laws. More clarity on stimulus to emerge in FM's press conference today. As of now, timing has not been given to us, but there's going to be a press conference wherein we'll get more details. Package will also cater to various sections including cottage industry, MSMEs, farmers, laborers, middle class and industry. This is also being reported on the front page. And lastly, PM pitches for self-reliance, says it will be based on 5 pillars: economy, infrastructure, technology-driven system, vibrant demography and demand. The 5 pillars that Prime Minister Modi spoke about last night. Then also Prime Minister Modi mentioned a little bit about what the lockdown 4 could look like. Lockdown 4.0 in new form with new rules, and information of course will be given to all of us before 18th of May. That's what Prime Minister said. That's another big story here on the front page. Now Times of India, Siddhartha is reporting that government is set to guarantee up to 3 lakh crore loans to MSMEs, and more funding for Mudra loans also on the anvil. So clearly MSMEs have got something to look forward to. Relief for industries also that can be expected. Up to 20% of MSME loans to be provided risk cover, and for large and global players as well, some tax ops, some special measures can be announced as well. So details you can find here on the front page only. Then on the right hand side, there is a news about Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal as well, who has also sought public feedback on easing curbs. That's also on the front page today. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal Tuesday invited suggestions from Delhiites on easing curbs a day after Prime Minister Modi had asked states to submit their opinions on post-May 17 lockdown relaxations. Then on the right hand side, there's a news about how migrants have been walking because still there's no public transport, and there's a picture that you can see here. This picture is of the passengers at New Delhi railway station on Tuesday. Many reached the station hours before the departure time of their trains, and this is also an important story. They paid steep fares, walked and waited for hours to catch train. No passenger was turned away after the thermal screening at New Delhi railway station on Tuesday, as 3 trains left for Dibrugarh, Bilaspur and Bengaluru. But getting to the station was a different story altogether, because from yesterday only the train services started. Apart from this, 40 trains to leave Delhi with migrants is another story the Times of India is reporting on the front page. Slight update on our COVID count. Nearly half of cities, 86 COVID-19 victims under 60 years old. So this is an update about how Delhi's COVID count is doing. Spike in Delhi and Madhya Pradesh is something that is seen. Worst 5 states are Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. And interesting here, India's carbon dioxide emissions have fallen, a first in about 4 decades. This is what Manka Bahel has reported on the front page. And now, before we go across to the Navbharat Times, a quick look at the top stories that are there at the top as well of Times of India. And here it's about Tesla defying order to remain shut. Tesla head Elon Musk says production at its factory in California has resumed, and he's also dared government to arrest him because he has got some support from US President Donald Trump as well. Then on the right hand side, there is an update about global COVID count. Global COVID-19 cases have surpassed the 4.2 million mark and toll is near 2,90,000. US leading the tally with over 80,000 fatalities and 1.35 million cases. Another update, Wuhan, where the epidemic in China began last year, will test its entire population of 11 million after new cases have now been reported, sparking fear of a second wave. And then WHO and UNAIDS warned that if efforts are not made to overcome disruption in health services, it could lead to 500,000 deaths from AIDS-related illnesses in sub-Saharan Africa in 2021. Lastly, an update from Bengal amid controversy over alleged mishandling of COVID-19 crisis. West Bengal Chief Minister has transferred the Health Secretary. So that's the main news that you'll find on the front page of the Times of India. We'll go across to the Delhi specific details in just a bit. But now let's get you the latest as far as Navbharat Times is concerned. और जैसा कि हमने आपको पहले बताया कि सबसे बड़ी खबर इसमें है कि जो स्पेशल पैकेज आ रहा है, लेकिन नवभारत टाइम्स ने उसके साथ ही जो लॉकडाउन की बात है उसको भी जोड़ दिया है। आ रहा है स्पेशल पैकेज में लिपटा लॉकडाउन 4, 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए के विशेष आर्थिक पैकेज का ऐलान कर दिया है। ये बड़ी खबर है यहाँ नवभारत टाइम्स में। और साथ में ये भी लिखा है जो प्रधानमंत्री ने कल कहा कि लॉकडाउन 4 नए रंग, रूप और नियमों वाला होगा। नियमों का पालन करते हुए हम कोरोना से भी लड़ेंगे और आगे भी बढ़ेंगे। लॉकडाउन 4 में काफी रियायतें मिलेंगी। आत्मनिर्भर भारत पर जोर दिया जाएगा। जीडीपी के 10% बराबर है पैकेज और लोकल के लिए वोकल का नारा। तो ये मैसेजेस जो दिए थे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने कल, उस पर आज ज्यादा फोकस किया है। और उसी में लिखा है साथ में कि लॉकडाउन में कितनी ढील मिले, ये दिल्ली के चीफ मिनिस्टर ने सुझाव मांगा है दिल्ली के लोगों से। ये भी एक बड़ी खबर है और डिटेल्स भी दिए हैं कि कहां पर लोग अपने सुझाव दे सकते हैं। आज शाम 5 बजे तक दिल्ली के चीफ मिनिस्टर को सुझाव अगर आप भेजना चाहते हैं तो भेज सकते हैं। नवभारत टाइम्स ने रिपोर्ट किया है कि 1031 का एक टोल फ्री नंबर है जिस पर आप अपना सुझाव रिकॉर्ड करके भेज सकते हैं। एक नंबर दिया है जहां व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हैं, ईमेल भी कर सकते हैं। तो पूरी जानकारी जो है आपको फ्रंट पेज पे मिली है। और राइट साइड की तरफ देखें तो यहां पर भी जो कल से ट्रेन की शुरुआत हुई है नॉर्मल पैसेंजर्स के लिए, उसकी खबर है। और आप कुछ नज़ारे यहां पर एक तस्वीर के थ्रू देख सकते हैं। सुनील कटारिया की ये इमेज है जिसमें बहुत ही लंबी लाइनें लगी हुई हैं क्योंकि कल पहला दिन था कि ट्रेन शुरू हुई थी। तो कुछ इस तरह का नज़ारा देखने को मिला नई दिल्ली में कई दिनों के बाद, क्योंकि ट्रेन अभी तक तो चल नहीं रही थी। और यहाँ लिखा है एक नया सफर, 3 ट्रेनों में 3500 रवाना हुए दिल्ली से। मंगलवार को दिल्ली से निकलती तीनों ट्रेनें पूरी तरह फुल होकर गईं। बिलासपुर स्पेशल में 1177, डिब्रूगढ़ स्पेशल में 1122 और बेंगलुरु स्पेशल में 1162 यात्रियों ने सफर किया। लेकिन तरीका थोड़ा सा अलग था, पहले जैसा रेल ट्रैवल नहीं देखने को मिला। और उसी के नीचे एक और खबर है, रात को 2 बजे ही चल पड़े लोग, बिना टिकट वाले भी पहुंच गए स्टेशन। हालांकि सरकार ने काफी इंफॉर्मेशन भी दी थी कि जिनके पास कंफर्म टिकट नहीं है वो नहीं आए रेलवे स्टेशन, क्योंकि वहां आपको टिकट नहीं मिलेगी। लेकिन फिर भी कई ऐसे लोग थे जो स्ट्रैंडेड थे, घर जाना चाहते थे, वो पहुंच गए। उसके अलावा नवभारत टाइम्स ने रिपोर्ट किया है कि दिल्ली में कई दिनों का आंकड़ा एक साथ आया। कोरोना से 13 लोगों की मौत हो गई। मजदूरों को यूपी हरियाणा में गाड़ियों ने रौंदा, 4 की मौत, ये अलग एक स्टोरी है। और आखिरी में बॉर्डर पर मंडराते दिखे चीन के हेलीकॉप्टर, इधर भारतीय फाइटर जेट ने भी भरी उड़ान। ये भी एक नई बड़ी खबर है जो नवभारत टाइम्स ने फ्रंट पेज पर ही रिपोर्ट की है। Moving on now to the pink paper, the Economic Times, for the latest on the world of business and economy. And today it is going to be just about the economic package. Hence, what's here in this paper is very, very crucial to kickstart the day. Modi vaccine is what the Economic Times has called it. 20 lakh crore plus big reforms. Stimulus amounts to 10% of GDP. More details have been given. Stress on ensuring self-reliance, focus on agri-supply chain, tax reforms and simpler laws. It also says Prime Minister unmasks mother of all incentives to light up India. Cash and reforms for the economy, and very interesting detail here has been given as to, what are the key elements in this package that are going to be there. And as Prime Minister said yesterday, that if this is about 10% of the GDP, then some of it that has already been announced will be a part of this. So they have given a breakup. So total stimulus 20 lakh crore, 10% of GDP. Already announced by FM is 1.7 lakh crore rupees as cash and free food. RBI has already announced a package of 5.24 lakh crore rupees, largely liquidity support that was given. So if you add both of them, the balance is about 13.1 lakh crore. That is the amount that we can now look forward to, for which fresh reform measures will be announced, which is about 6.5% of GDP. Very interesting breakup, and in a very simple manner they have given it here. Then they have also mentioned what the targeted areas will be for the stimulus, and something that you will want to read, what this could really be. What can you expect? Loan guarantees for MSME units, wage support for MSME workers, support for migrant laborers, tax incentives, tax cuts, support for construction and housing. So all the details that you perhaps want to know about this economic package are there on the front page. Then March factory output has contracted a record 16.7%. That is another story that the Economic Times is reporting. And lockdown 4.0 rules likely on May 15. This is also Rahul Tripathi from the Economic Times has reported. The guidelines for the fourth stage of lockdown would most likely be issued on May 15, said Home Ministry officials. Interesting information out there. And lastly, airlines may soon get nod for limited operations. This is what Mihir Mishra has reported on the front page only. The government may allow airlines to partially resume operations in the latter half of May or early June. After allowing limited train services across the country, the government may allow some flights to operate between key cities as well. So some news for people who are stranded and who are wanting to now use an aircraft or fly with an aircraft and reach their destinations. All right, we'll now move on to the Delhi edition of the Times of India, and let me straight away go across to my colleague Kangana, who is now joining us live right now for more on this. Kangana, good morning. Yesterday, CM sought feedback on future relaxations that can be given for the people of Delhi, but at the same time, the number of cases in Delhi have also gone up, something that is being reported on the front page only.
Well, of course, Ina, that's the news that is coming in. The number of cases in Delhi are increasing every single day. We have seen the highest number of spikes that happened day before yesterday was somewhere around 4,200. So all these cases are increasing, but at the same time, the Delhi Chief Minister has made it extremely clear that even if there are cases that are increasing, and even if there is a lot of problem, the restrictions have been imposed, but the lockdown 4.0, which will be starting from 18th of May, that will have some relaxations. Economic activities need to resume immediately. This is the second time that he's hinted at the fact that the next lockdown, which is after the 3.0 lockdown, which is going to end on 17th of May on Sunday, the next period of lockdown will have much easier relaxations that will be given to the people. Probably the interstate movement will not be allowed, but the economic activities within the containment zones.
Okay, that's an interesting information you've given to us, Kangana. Appreciate you joining us with all of those details. We're now moving on to the Mumbai edition of the Times of India, and here the big news is that state has allowed home delivery of liquor. City must wait. Arunil, my colleague, is now joining us on the broadcast. Arunil, good morning. Mumbai or city has seen most number of deaths so far only yesterday, 28. Alarming news coming there.
Well, that is right, Hina. In fact, the 28th number of deaths reported from the city of Mumbai is the highest in a single day that has been recorded in the last more than two months that the city of Mumbai and Maharashtra has been battling against the coronavirus. In Maharashtra as well, 53 deaths were recorded yesterday. If we compare the figures in April, in the whole of April, around 288 deaths were recorded in the state of Maharashtra. And now in this month, only 12 days itself, around 266 deaths have already been recorded in the state of Maharashtra. So you can imagine the casualty rate at which people are losing the battle against the coronavirus. And more importantly, in fact, the team from Delhi that was there to basically investigate over here, it had also mentioned about it that intensivists, basically the senior doctors who can revive critical patients, will be extremely crucial in most of the hospitals across the city of Mumbai.
All right. Thank you, Arunil, for the moment for joining us with all of those details. We are now moving on to the Kolkata edition of the Times of India, and here there is some politics that's happening over the issue of coronavirus pandemic. It's on the front page. Bengal's blueprint, 1.5 lakh crore economic booster, more business relief. Let me go across to my colleague Tamal Saha joining us on the broadcast. Now this news says the Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Tuesday laid out a host of plans for resumption of life and commerce in the state after the end of lockdown 3.0 on May 17, even as she targeted the BJP for dividing COVID-affected people into religious blocs, provoking disunity and communalizing a global pandemic. Mamata Banerjee there slamming the BJP for communalizing global pandemic. That's there on the front page. Then it also says first train leaves Howrah for Delhi with 1,028. Tamal Saha joining us on the broadcast. Tamal, good morning. So a package of about 1.5 lakh crore announced by Mamata Banerjee?
Well, that's right. In fact, yesterday she held a press conference after a detailed meeting with all the district magistrates, SPs and police commissioners at the same time, her chief secretary, home secretary. So her cabinet was also there. So essentially, she is now working towards figuring out an economic package that can be infused to boost up Bengal's economy. She is trying to suggest that the migrants who have now come back, they could find options in Bengal itself if they look for one. And if there are no options, then she would try and ensure that something can be created for each and everyone's employment, so that people don't have to leave Bengal.
All right. Appreciate you joining us with all of those details, Tamal. We are now moving on to the Bengaluru edition of the Times of India. And on the front page, it's being reported that there has been a record jump of 63 cases. Karnataka tally has now risen to 925. Let me straight away go across to my colleague Deepak Bopanna, who is joining us live right now. Deepak, it says Karnataka reported 63 fresh COVID-19 infections on Tuesday, highest ever rise in a 24-hour period, taking the total number of infected in the state to 925. In fact, things remain pretty much under control, Deepak, but now in the last 24 hours, a sudden spike. What explains this?
Well, most of the cases, of course, have been attributed once again to the travel from other states, and that's where the concern really lies, because, you know, we've had a lot of people coming in from various other states. Now, the Karnataka government, of course, very recently made an announcement that anybody who returns from a neighboring state or anywhere, from a neighboring country will have to be compulsorily put into institutional quarantine. They cannot go back home. It is primarily because of this sort of spike that we're seeing the recent 3 to 4 days, where most of them have been attributed to those who've had a travel history to other states or other countries. So that's where the problem really lies. But now the government is saying that they've identified most of these people because of the screening process that's going on at the borders.
Thank you very much, Deepak, for the moment for joining us with all of those details. Moving on now to the Chennai edition of the Times of India. And here it says on the front page, Class 10 board exams in Tamil Nadu from 1st of June. 9 lakh students to sit for the exam amid pandemic. that is currently underway. Apart from this, government mulls new strategy as 8 die across Tamil Nadu. City records 510 cases. Another important update coming from Tamil Nadu. Containment zones have also increased from 90 to 690. Pushpa Narayan has reported this. 23 positive cases spark fear of a new cluster possibly developing out there. So the situation in Tamil Nadu is also not very good as far as coronavirus is concerned, and that is something that's there on the front page only. It says public health authorities sat down to revise their urban containment plan on Tuesday after Chennai recorded more than 500 new cases for the third day running, and states in fact COVID count rose to 8,718. Shabir, my colleague, joining us on the broadcast. Shabir, it is becoming a big worry for Tamil Nadu, the way cases are rising.
Well, that's right. It's a huge concern for the health department officials, and 50% of the cases are linked with Coimbatore market. At least 2,500 cases, positive cases, have been reported from Coimbatore market cluster alone. So this is a huge concern for the Tamil Nadu government officials as far as Chennai is concerned. That's why they're now re-strategizing the containment plan. Earlier it was 28 days, and even if one case was reported in one street, the entire street will be declared as containment zone and it will be blocked, it will be sealed. And now, they want to redraw the strategy for containment zones, because Chennai has 690 containment zones as of yesterday. So it's a huge cause of concern, because every street in Chennai will now be blocked if more and more cases are being reported. On a daily basis, Chennai is reporting 500 cases, and for the third day, Chennai has seen a huge surge of number.
All right, Shabir, appreciate you joining us with all of those details. We're now moving on to the news that we are getting for you from around the world, from Times Global. And here it says Bryan Adams has blamed bat-eating wet market animal selling for virus crisis is being slammed for being racist. But there is another story that I want to just quickly highlight for our viewers, which is there on this page. It says Dubai's Burj Khalifa has become a glowing donation box, raising money to provide for food for residents suffering the economic impact of the pandemic. Each of the tower's 1.2 million external lights were sold for 10 dirhams, which is about $2.70 US, enough to buy one meal. It is part of a drive to feed over 10 million low-income people. So that's the story that's there from this page. Moving on now to the world of sports, and our in-house expert Karishma is now joining us on the broadcast. Karishma, good morning. New dates for Under-17 World Cup soon?
Well, it's absolutely, yesterday FIFA announced new dates for the Under-17 Women's World Cup that was slated to be held in 2020 November in India, but now will be played from the 17th of February 2021 to the 7th of March 2021. And this is keeping in mind all the safety protocols, all the health protocols that have been issued by the World Health Organization, and the FIFA not wanting to take any chances, and that is why shifting the Football World Cup ahead even by 2 months to next year, so that the All India Football Federation also has ample time to give us a tournament that everyone expects.
All right. Thank you very much, Karishma, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We're now moving on to the latest that our viewers can get this morning on the Delhi Times page. And here, fans of Rana Daggubati have got a news. Rana Daggubati and Mihika Bajaj to tie knot in December. Apart from this, very interesting news here. Delhi police set to host a virtual concert to thank Corona warriors. And if you go down a little further, Lockdown Beauty, make your own makeup routine mask friendly. And now the analysis that they have shown is that there are fewer takers for cosmetics, but more focus on skincare, and how people have now started changing their daily routine as well, because mask is going to be something that we'll have to now live with due to coronavirus. With this, it's a wrap. Thank you for staying with us here on the Newspaper Show.